Neurografica and how does it work? Today I use an advanced algorithm of Neurografica, the S.C.O.R.E algorithm, in which we work with a symptom, we work with causes that have caused that symptom, we work with resources, and we work with an outcome and its effects. This algorithm is going deep because it's connecting our past experiences to today, and we also go to the future. That's why we work on a timeline. And if you're interested in seeing and witnessing how Neurographica works, then you're welcome to follow along. In the first step, we are deciding on the topic and activating the topic by writing down words in 2 minutes. These words are our associations, and they are in our consciousness, and we make them visible by writing them down. My topic in this drawing is I am responsible for your mental and spiritual health and development. I need to rescue you, basically. This is what I dedicated my childhood and youth to, and which was an overwhelming task, which still has effects on my present-day life. That's why I'm working on that topic now and once more. It is a deeply engraved imprint in myself that I am responsible for other people's health, and I took that responsible on me at a young age, attempting to save my mother and make her happy, and taking that responsibility on me. And although I have dissolved that topic in regard to my mother years ago, while discovering why I at times am behaving very tense and controlling with my children, I discovered that the basis of this behavior is the same imprint, the conviction of I am responsible for your soul's development. So our topics come back until they are completely solved, and we address them at a deeper layer every time we address them. And once they are solved, they won't come back. So choose your topics wisely when you're drawing and attempting to change your imprints. We start our drawing by drawing a timeline from the left side of our drawing to the right side. We are drawing a neuro line representing time. And then we mark the place of today and create a shape representing our topic, which is in this drawing our symptom. which we are intending to work on. In the next step, we find causes that had led to the development of that topic. The causes are in the past, and we draw shapes that represent our causes to the left side of our symptom in the past. I found 3 causes which are quite big and very pokey, because the causes that had led to my symptoms are very uncomfortable. One was the responsibility I took on me to save my mother in the past. The second is the experience of the birth of my eldest son, who has been born in week 28, surprisingly, and has spent 9 weeks in hospital right after his birth. So this child, being that small, also emphasized my desire to take all the responsibility for his health and development on all levels, as well on like physical, mental, spiritual, all levels. And then the third time I took responsibility on myself was the birth of my youngest son, which is not that big as the other 2, but still quite pokey. Once these states are visible on the paper, I can work with them and transform them into more pleasant states that can serve me today. So I take the pokey shape representing the responsibility I took on myself being very young to save my mother, and draw a round shape around it. And I do the same thing for the second shape. I draw a round shape around my child having been born so early, being in hospital, and me taking a lot of responsibility on my shoulders to give him everything he needs, and most probably even more than he needed. So I draw circles or circular shapes around the causes that had led to my symptom, and I'm feeling into these lines, and by drawing them, my perception starts changing. My perception of the unpleasant state changes. It's important to work slowly and feel into every line. I also draw a circle around the shape of my symptom. I'm feeling into the lines. I make my timeline more visible by using a thicker marker now. the next step for harmonizing my impressions of the past is drawing neural lines on my shapes and connecting my pokey shapes to each other, and carefully round all the intersections that I create. This step is very important, and it makes and creates this new impression for my mind. It creates new pathways, a new map basically, to reorientate the impressions which I had gained in the past and I had stored in myself, in my body, in my mind, and which had not been available constructively, but have been stuck in kind of repetitive behavior due to the same way of thinking all the time. And while creating these new connections and working on the intersections and letting these lines flow smoothly into each other, our brain literally gets complete new impression. And that's how we can access the energy of imprints we have created in the past, which are still in us, which contain energy, neutral energy, and we are line by line accessing this energy by drawing Neurografica. Once all the intersections have been rounded carefully, I take a very thin marker and access the energies once more by drawing lines in the shapes of my causes and leading this energy with my pen to my present state, to my symptom. The symptom gets stronger and more energetic. After that, I feel the need to draw an outcome with what makes my state in the future visible after having accessed the energies of the past. Comfortable relationships to people. And while drawing our states, like, and we draw our circles, we feel what they are standing for. Like they have meanings inside. We don't draw the circles without meanings. I got 2 effects of my outcome. Like I drew 2 circles, and one of them, the bigger one, is representing new experiences and a new quality of relationship. I take notes in between and I draw 3 circles at the upper side of my paper, which stand for resources. I have one resource that is being guided at all times. I have one resource which is nature, and I have one resource that is the thought that I am important because I exist. And what I do, I connect all my circles to each other. Like I activate all my circles one by one with neural lines. I connect them, I activate them, and I draw the energy of my resources and lead it to my symptom. This drawing is very intense. That's why it also has a great effect. So it's very useful to get yourself guidance of a professional Neurografica instructor if you want to work on your topics that are really deep engraved in you. I can really recommend getting yourself guidance. It's not easy to solve and transform topics that have been with us for a long time all by ourselves. That needs quite a high level of awareness to do that. It's possible. You have to find out if it's possible for you, or if you want to find yourself someone who is guiding you on your journey. It's an interesting challenge for me to pick the right colors for that drawing. I adjusted the sizes of the big shapes in the past of my courses to sizes that felt more suitable, and still something was missing. And after days of pondering about that, I added a big new circle representing you decide in your life. That circle got pink color and it felt right. After I drew that circle representing you decide in your life, I colored the shape representing my topic in orange, and it also grew in size, and it stands for I decide in my life. In the last step, I work on beautifying all my shapes by using pencils. I work carefully on bringing my drawing to life. I apply shading and I work intensely with all my shapes once more. And by doing that, I connect even on a deeper level to my topic and my request. I also take notes on what comes up, what my shapes are representing, what meanings I come to my mind while drawing. The meanings get more intense the more I busy myself with one of my shapes. The more lines we apply, the more we draw, and the longer it takes, the deeper our new imprints will be imprinted in our minds. This drawing I created is very dear to my heart. I can feel that I created a new quality of my relationships. And I have like the shape of my subject, which had been, I am responsible to save your soul. It has transformed into, I care for my own life. I decide in my own life. And this very big shape here, the pink shape, represents your life. You decide in your life. And it takes away the weight from my shoulders to have to do things and take responsibility for your life, which is not mine. Your life is your responsibility, and I'm talking about like your soul's purpose, with which you came here, and which is your like individual path which you need to go and find. So I cannot, as a mother, for example, or as a daughter for my mother, know what is your chosen path. I can guide you like according to, through my own like glasses, through my own experiences, but at some point it's necessary to let go of that and be aware that you have your own decisions and experiences to make in this life. And now it's about a week after I drew that drawing, and I can already see myself behaving differently. And that's very beautiful. And I'm grateful for this tool. And that's why I'm also eager to share like what these drawings using Neurografica as a tool can do for you in your life, or let's put it that way, what you can do yourself using Neurografica as a tool to arrange your life, your impressions, your memories, rearrange them the way you want them, and create your desired future by drawing Neurografica. So I hope that you can relate to what I'm saying. Please leave comments and tell me what you think about that. Share your own experiences and let's be in touch. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.